Buddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good morning, everyone. So today we shall start discussing a new sutta. This is the last short sutta that we'll be discussing. From next week, we'll be, I think, did we finish the Udāna Sutta? Would we finish? I hope we did, right? Udāna?
I think not yet, no, Bhante.
Udāna we did, I think, but not the Gatha maybe, right? Because Udāna is Kassape Dinnang, something like that. So like Sakka come and give to Kassapa, disguising himself. Like I think we did, right? Oh, anyway, we'll think about it. So then we'll start the regular suttas, normal suttas in detail, like the long ones. Yeah. So today we have to discuss about the Kachana Sutta, which is sutta number 78. Sorry. Yeah. 68, right? 68. Number 68. And it's also a short sutta and some very nice gatha explaining some few grammatical Dhamma points. Yeah. Anyone is volunteered to translate this sutta? Please, someone. How about Sally? You didn't translate for a long time, I think. Can you do?
Okay, Bhante, I will try.
Okay.
Evam Sudang, this have I heard Ekan Samaya Bhagavad Savati Maggavihāri Jedavana Pindikasa Arame. At one time, the blessed one was staying another Pindikas monastery in another Pindikas monastery near Savati. Tenako Bana Samayena Ayasma Mahakajano Bhagavato Awe Dureni Seno Hoti. At that time, the venerable Mahakajana was sitting not far from the blessed one. Panangang Abu Jadawa Ujungaya Banidaya Kaya Kataya Sadiya Ajata Parimukhang Supatidaya. Having set across the lake, keep his body straight. Having put his mindfulness, which has the body as its object, and were established towards internally. Here, according to commentary, the internally, it means the 6 internal bases. Adasako Bhagava Ayasamanda Mahakajana Avedureni Sinang Panangang Abuchido Ujungaya Banidaya Kaya Kataya Satya Ajata Parimukhang Supatidaya. The blessed one saw the venerable Mahakajana was sitting not far, having crossed his legs, kept his body straight, put mindfulness, which has the body as its object, and he was well established towards internal basis.
I think this Ajataṃ, yeah, before we go there, that there are 4 meanings for Ajata. Internal basis is one, according to commentary,
Yeah.
right? So here, idapi gochara ajatteya datta. Gochara ajata is here it refers to kind of a jhana actually.
It refers to jhana.
Yeah, gochara ajata. In this context, The commentary, because I read the commentary as you are saying, it says Cha Ajathika. That's correct. That is, Ajata has 4 meanings. Yeah. So here it's Gochara Ajata. If you go to the end of that sentence, paragraph, Idapi Gochara Ajateva Dalpam. Kammattaram. That is the not Jan actually. Kammattan Ramana. That is the object of Kammattana.
Okay, so
just I'll explain that. Just
having 2 words, they okay. Where establishes 2 words the Kammatthana.
Okay, towards Kammattana. Okay, right, correct. Okay.
Athako bhagava eda matthang veditawa dayang vinayang imang udana udanesi. So then the blessed one, having understood this, at that time he uttered this utterance. So actually, according to commentary, it means he understood from the all aspects that attainment of the Mahagajana by means of the Satipatthana. Yasa siya sapada sati satatang kaya kata ubatita. For one who has mindfulness relating to the body, he will be always and continually.
Yeah.
Loja sa loja me siya na pawisati na ja me pawisati. There might be and there might not be for me. There will not be and they will not be for me. So here we'll talk about the practice. According to commentary.
Okay.
Maggavihārī tatthā so kaneneva dare visatikanti. So he who dwells in those stages in that place, he can surely cross over cleaning.
Clean, yeah. Visatika is clean.
Yeah. At the proper time.
Yeah, right. Okay, thank you very much for the translation. Thank you. We'll now go into the sutta and try to get some points, few points that are seems related to our practice. Wait. Right. We go to the sutta. Kaccānasuttaṃ. Evam me suttaṃ ekam samayam bhagavā sāvatyang vihirati anādapindika sārāmi. Tenako panasamena ayasmam kaccāno bhagavatu avidure nisinno hoti pallankam ābhujitta ujunkāyam panidāya. So this is easy to understand. Kayagata satya ajjattaṃ parimukam supattitāya. Right, supattitāya. Just give me one moment. Sorry, excuse me for a while. Here it's already we discussed this point many times. Like having set cross-legged, he was meditating. And kaya gata satya ajjattaṃ parimukam supattitāya. We normally used to say this is Ittambhuta Lakkana according to the tradition. But normally we say he was with the mindfulness which has been well established in the object of meditation. So now here there's a indication, and we need to find out what is this Ajata, the meaning of Ajata. For that, we need to go to the commentary and see what are the meanings of this word Ajata. So here we can, I hope everyone can, Ajatanti tayang Ajasadu. This word Ajata has few meanings. Ajathika Ayatana. One is Ajathika Ayatana. Right? So Ajathika Ayatana. That means six internal bases. Then Ajata Dhamma, Bahida Dhamma, Ajata Dhamma, Bahida Dhamma, and this Tikamatika, and Ajatangwa Kaya Kaya Pas. Adisu Niyakajata. Niyakajata means things that things that are considered as I or mine. This is Niyakajata. Then another Visayajata means Sabba Nimittang Amanasikara Ajatang Sunyatang Upasampajya. So Visayajata. Okay, I think there was a problem in the connection. Sorry. So one was six internal bases. Ajata is Ajata. Then the next one is Niyakajata, things that are considered as my own. Then Visayajata is the Palasamapatti. Then we have another type of Ajata, Gocharajata. Right? Gocharajata. Gocharajata means this is Gocharajata. Tenananda bhikkhuna tasminya purimasmin samadhi nimitte ajjatta meva chittan santape tabba. So one should, yogi should keep his mind in the previous object of concentration. This happens, we can see this in Majjhima Nikaya, when someone is doing vipassana. I think there is some connection issue today. When a yogi is practicing vipassana, if he's concentrate, like vipassana strength lessens, so drops down, he is supposed to go back to his samadhi and gain concentration strength and come back to practice the vipassana. So that's what is mentioned in this Majjhima Nikaya Sutta. According to that, Ajatang eva chittang, Ajattameva chittan santape tabbang means Gocharajata. Gocharajata means the object of practice. It's whatever nimitta. Idapi, in here also, Gocharajata eva dattabbu. Here also the meaning we taken on Gocharajata. We have four meanings for Ajata. That is, first is Ajata. First is Ajata. Then we have Niyakajata. Another meaning is Visayajata. This is Palasamapatti. Then we have Gocharajata. Hello. Right. So here also we need to consider Idapi Gocharajate eva dattabbu. Here also the meaning should be taken as Gocharajata. I think there was some other place that we found the same word. So that's why idapi, even here, gochara ajata should be known, right? So that's so we have 4 meanings of ajata. Out of them, here we take gochara ajata. Tasma, therefore, ajattanti. What is the meaning of ajata? Gochara ajata bhute kammattana rammaneti. So the object of kammattana, like Patibhaga Nimitta, whatever object of Kammattana, which is called the Gocharajjata. Gocharajjata Bhute Kammattana Rammaneti Uttang Hoti. So so his mind was fixed, or mind was directed. Parimukanti Abhimukang was kept towards or in front of the object of jhana, object of meditation, right? Object of meditation. So this is what the meaning of ajata. Here we have to just some extra Dhamma point would like to share. So here we have ajata. In the first definition, we have ajatika, right? Ajata and ajatika. Normally, according to Dukkamatika, ajatika are the 6 bases, internal bases. Bahira is external basis. But here ajata. Ajata means normally we find in Dhammasangani Tikamatika, ajata dhamma, bahida dhamma, ajata bahida dhamma. So normally we say ajata and ajatika are 2 different things. Ajata and ajatika are 2 different things. So for instance, ajatika, all the 6 internal bases, whether it belongs to us or someone else, whether it belongs to someone or other bases, all are taken as ajatika. It is not something conventional. Like it is not, the definition is not based on I or myself. Whatever internal bases are ajatika. But when you call ajata, all the realities that are considered I or mine are said to be ajata. Sorry, just give me one few minutes. I need to attend the emergency call. So here another point that needs attention is the difference of ajata and ajatika. According to the Sangha, we know that ajatika refers to internal basis. Ajata refers to all the 5 aggregates considered as I or mine. So then why this was ajata is mentioned as the ajatika? So this question has been discussed in the commentaries, and actually in the sub commentary this has been discussed. So then in that answer is in the sub commentary. I think the sheen scaring has been disabled. Can the right, okay. There is some problem in that today. I don't know what. So then the sub-commentators say Ajathika is made from Ajata. So Ajathika is something that is within the Ajata. So something to be called Ajata. According to what what they are saying is, grammatically, this word Ajathika has was constructed by putting ika into Ajata, and so therefore something to become ajatika, first it has to be something called ajata. Then it is true that when we call ajatika, it refers to whatever internal basis, regardless of the person. In the end, we have 2 different definitions for these terms. So but the sub-commentators are saying, the Mulatika, that this does match with the grammar and the meaning. So they are aware that this ajata and ajatika have some, there is a discussion on this, have some, though it seems like a little bit strange, the commentators, they have made this equalization, right? So that is also something to be considered, because when we sharply analyze the sentence, we may see a difference here, Ajata and Ajathika, and also we see a similar difference in the Matikas about these two terms. So then, here's then another point is Sati Sisena Chetta Janang Uttam. Sasi Sisena. So in terms of Sati, like Desana Sisa, something like that, Sati Sisena Janang Uttam. So in terms of Sati, what is mentioned here is Jana. So he has entered into a Jana, right? He has entered into a Jana. So he entered into the jhana which he attained with Kaccānasuttaṃ. Kaccānasuttaṃ. Then we go back to the Udāna Pāḷi. So there, the Addasako Bhagavā Ayasmanta Maha Kaccānaṃ Avidure Nisinnang Pallankang Abhujitta Ujung Kayang Panidhaya Kayagata Satya Ajataṃ Parimukang Supattitaya. So when blessed one, so Venerable Maha Kaccāyana, who had entered into the jhana with Kayagata Sati, attained through Kayagata Sati, and also kept his mindfulness in front of the object of the jhana. Then the Atako Bhagavā Etamattang Viditva Tayang Velayang Imang Udānang Udānas. Then the blessed one uttered this utterance at that moment. So if you go to the commentary of the sutta about this part, Etamattang Viditvati, what is the meaning? Etang ayasmato maha kaccāna terassa satipattana bhavanavasena adhikatan janam bhadakam kattva samapajjanam sabbākārto viditva tadatta dīpanam imang udānam udānes. So having known that entering into his samapatti, having made the satipattana jhana on kayagata sati, having known this, he uttered this utterance. So if you go to the commentary, we find some information that Venerable Maha Kaccāna used to he entered into Arahant. He became Arahant, having entered in first he practiced Kayagata Sati, and he entered into he gained the jhana first. Then he, having emerged from the having entered into first he entered into the jhana, and then having emerged from that, he practiced vipassana and attained the arahanthood. So that was his normal practice. So this is where it says ayang kira ayasma patamang it says ayam kirayasma, this venerable patamang kayagata sati kamattana vasena jhana nibbattitva, having arose or attained the jhana in terms of kayagata sati, tam padakam kattva, having made it the basis, kayanupassana satipattana mukhena vipassanam pattapitva. Then making the kayanupassana as the door, he started vipassana meditation. Arahattam patto, he attained arahanthood. So aparabhagepi, later on even, yebuyena, very frequently, tameva jhanang samapajjitva, having attained that very jhana of kayagata sati, I think it should be first jhana, vuttahaya, having emerged, tathevacha, vipassanang vipassitva, having done vipassana upon that jhana, tatheva vipassana padade, and also tatheva vipassana padade, and also having done the vipassana in the same manner, like what he did to become arahant. Palasamapatting samapajjati, entered into palasamapatti. Saeva swayang yena vidina arahattam patto. So he attained into arahant in that manner. Tang viding dasyento sattha. So showing that path, how he attained to arahanthood. So here his later on even he attained into Palasamapatti in the same manner. So ayang yena vidina arahattam patto. So in what way he attained into arahanthood? Tang within the sento. The Buddha wanted to show that this is how he attained into arahanthood. Yes, so yasasya sabbada sati, the gata he uttered. Vatva tassa upatthanakarang vibhavetu. So first he mentioned the first few lines of the Gatha, the way he attained the arahanthood. So it has a lot of Dhamma in it. Then tassa upatthanakarang vibhavetu. So how it appears to us, upattanakar, how it manifests to us, manifests to the person, he uttered the latter part of the Gatha. So this Gatha indicates the path for liberation of Venerable Mahakaccāyana and how it gets manifested, this path, how it gets manifested, or how it becomes how the understanding comes up. So then the commentators go on to saying that the meaning should be taken in two ways and so forth. So before we go into the Gatha, we can have the discussion about what we have discussed so far. Yes.
So Bhante,
yeah.
Could you please explain a little bit more about the Niyaga Ajata?
Niyaga Ajata. Okay. We go to the Artakatha, right? Yeah. So Niyaga Ajata. So Niyaga Ajata means this part. Ajata Dhamma. So here, this is Tikamatika. Ajata Dhamma, Bahida Dhamma, Ajata Bahida Dhamma. In this Tika, Ajata is Niyaga Ajata. Then also we have Ajatang va kaye kayānupassi viharati. Bahidda va kaye kayānupassi viharati. So according to the tradition, this Ajata and in Satipattana and Ajata in Tikamatika, not Dukamatika Ajatika, Ajata in Tikamatika and Ajata in Satipattana are same. So according to the tradition, what is Niyaga Ajata means things that are considered as I or mine. It means our body, our mind, chitta, cetasikas, and so forth. But for instance, we normally consider our clothes, our requisites as mine even. But here, when we say Niyaga Ajata, it refers to the things that are considered as I, especially, like myself, parts belonging to myself. So for instance, if we take our finger is a part of myself. So this finger, the Rupa Kalapa or Rupas in this finger are considered Niyaga Ajata. But if we wear a ring on the finger, that ring we may consider it as mine, but it is not the part of ourself. Ourself is confined with the body and also with the mind. So that body we normally call Upadinaka Sarira. Upadinaka Sarira. The word Upadinaka has two meanings. So when we say Niyaga Ajata, Niyaga Ajata, we have either Upadinaka Upadinaka Sarira. Upadinaka Sarira means our body, the body of a living being. Then we have Chitta, Cheta, Sika. So these are all called Niyaga Ajata. Normally we say Upadinaka refers to Kammaja Rupas. But in some places, Upadinaka refers to whatever reality considered as mind, not in terms of craving, just considering. So in that sense, even the Arahantas, Chitta Chetasikas can be called Upadinaka. So whatever reality, even the Rupa that belongs to our body are called Upadinaka. We can say Upadinaka for Chitta Chetasika as well, according to the commentary explanation. Upadinaka sometimes can refer to like Kusala Chitta as well. That what is the meaning is that things that are considered as myself, it is not necessary that consideration has to happen in terms of craving, but it is something that we consider as myself. So that is what the meaning of upaditaka. So these body and the chitta chetasikas are here called niyaka ajata. Niyaka ajata. So when we go into satipatthana, we contemplate patavi apo tejo, or for instance chittanupassana, vedananupassana. We can see ajatang va kaye kayanupassi, bahidda va kaye kayanupassi. So ajatang va kaye kayanupassi means we contemplate on our realities. Bahidda va kaye kayanupassi, we imagine or we assume that the same process is going on in the other one's life. So we have to do both ajata and bahidda contemplation time to time. So that's what it means in Satipatthana. Yeah. So this is the word for niyaka ajata. Yeah.
Bhante,
Oh,
Bhante,
Yes.
could you please explain again the difference between Ajata and Ajathika?
Okay.
Ajathika.
Ajata is
Yeah.
Ajata is the realities considered as I, as myself, right? Myself. Sometimes we say myself and mine, but this has to be animate, not the inanimate. Like even I consider my robe as mine, because that is something that I have used. Whether I like it or not doesn't matter, because as long as I consider it as mine, that is considered as ajata. Then all the five aggregates, which are considered as mine. Then Ajathika is the 6 internal bases, right? That is Chakku Pasada, Sota Pasada, and Gana, Jivha, Khaya, and mind. These are the realities. 5 Pasada and 89 consciousness. 89 Chitta, not Chetasika. So these are the intent. So here, regardless of the person, whether it belongs to myself or whether it belongs to other one. So if I consider about someone else Chakku in Vipassana, that is still called Ajathika. But according to this, right? So whatever realities the other than this are called Bahira. Bahira are Bahira are external bases. Six external bases means all the rupa, 23 rupa, other than 5 pasada, then and 52 chetasikas. Yeah, this is 6 internal bases. But when we call Bahidda, Bahidda is realities not considered as myself. So this is relative. This Ajata Bahidda is relative. Even Lady Sado in Paramattadipani suggests that this is based on a conventional categorization. Ajata and Bahidda is a reality. Ultimate realities are categorized, but in terms of a conventional idea, because of myself. Because according to the teaching, there is no someone called myself. But realities that are not considered as myself are Ajata, which are not considered as myself are Bahidda. There is some ultimate we can have an explanation on this. And also he used to say, the point is that he is telling that this Ajata and Bahidda, whether it's rather than conventional, what he is telling is, if I remember, according to the noble truths, all the realities should be considered as Bahidda. Bahidda means pare, not belonging to us in Vipassana meditation. But according to this Tikamatika, some realities has to be considered as I or myself. So in this explanation, all the 5 aggregates not considered as myself and Nibbana. This is the explanation for Bahida. So this is how the two terms differ. Ajathika and Bahira are specifically for the bases. Ajata and Bahida are based on our consideration about myself and others. Yeah. Is it clear?
Thank you, Bhante.
So Bhante,
Yeah.
could you please expand the like Swayang Yena, that sentence?
Okay. This below, right? You mean this one, right?
Yes.
So Swayang Yena Vidina Arahatam Patto Tang Vidin Dasetun Satta. Right? So we shall analyze this sentence now. Swayang. Swayang Yena Vidina Arahatang Patto. Right? Tang Vidin Dasetung, so forth, right? Now these are relative clause. So swayang, how do we divide this? So ayang yena vidina arahatang patto, right? Tang viding dasetung, right? Now we discuss on this. There are 2 pronouns together. So in this context, first one is the prominent. Second one is just Vachana Alankara. So this Venerable Mahakassapa, who is this? Ayang says it refers to this person who was sitting close to the Buddha, right? Or just we can ignore Ayang. So Venerable Mahakaccāyana. Yena vidina arahattam patto. Patta here means one who attained. One who attained, because this is a root of motion. Root of motion, even put into past participle, it refers to the subject, not the object. So patto is the person who attained. So arahattam patto, he has attained arahanta. By which means? By this vidina means in the method, the technique. Yena vidina, by which means he has attained arahanthood. Tang within the setu, that means. So yena and tang are connected. Yena and tang are connected. Yeah. So this is the relative, this is the demonstrative. Yena vidina arahattam patto. So by which means he attained arahanthood. That means, that method, to show that method. Tang within the setung. Sattha. This is the subject of this sentence. Sattha vatva, and said this and keeps on going, right? So this is how we analyze this. So ayang, o become va, and a become long. Any questions on this? Is it clear, Sare?
So this so is refers the patto.
Yeah. So and patto are referring to, because pat is pad, right? P-A-D, pad. So pad is to attain, right? So enter, right? Enter or attain something. So it's a root of motion. So when a root of motion like gum, gata refers to the subject, patta refers to the subject.
Okay.
It's a subjective past participle.
Okay. Thank you, Bhante.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. The tang within the setung sattha. The setung there should be the sento.
Dasentum, you mean?
Yes. You wrote there is Dasetum, but I saw up there Dasento.
Sorry, Dasento. Yeah. Dasento. So here normally according to the tradition, Dasento is showing, but normally we translate Dasetu Kamo. Right, this is how we translate. Desirous to show it, right? Normally we can say the teacher showing it said this and said this. It is also possible to translate, but normally the commentators would translate this as the traditionally we say Dasetu Kamo, desirous to show it. I think once we discuss on this.
Hi, Bhante.
Yes, Dr.
Because since we already in the Ajathika, so could you please also analyze another sentence in there as well?
Yeah. Which
So
one?
it's the, I think it's a previous paragraph. It's the Tattha Yastasya Sapada Sati Satatang Kayagata Upatitiya, and then that whole sentence there, Bhante. That's long sentence, the whole paragraph. I think it's just one sentence.
Oh, okay. I
I have a problem understanding the word Kaya Ramana. This is the Kaya Ramana. I think Kaya Ramana refers to sati, but it's just like, you know, it's far apart. So I can't quite connect them.
Right. Tatta Yasasya Sabbada Sati Satatang Kaya Gata Upatyati. So this is the analysis. This is the Sangmane Tabba. Right? That should be explained. Yassa Aradha Vipassakassa Ekadi Eka Divasang Cha Kottase Katva Sabbhampi Kale Namarupa Bhedena Duidhepi Kaye Gata Kaya Ramana Panchanang Upadhana Khandanang Anichadi Sammasana Vasena Satatang Nirantarang Satachabi Yoga Vasena Sati Upattita Siya. Right. So this is a very long sentence. This is the problem in Pāli sometimes, like very long sentences. Even we forget what we read in the beginning of the sentence sometimes, right? So now, yeah, that is it. So Siya, this is just a relative clues has been explained, I think, like before. It's not a full demonstrative clause even, right? The relative part has been explained, like what we met last time. Yassa, right? Siya will come from behind. Siya is the verb, right? Upattita siya, sati upattita siya. So the mindfulness would be well established. Sati upattita siya. So hi, satacchabi yoga vasena. Satacchabi yoga vasena means being consistent, like continuously. Like satacchabi yoga vachena, satatang nirantaram satacchabi yoga vachena. Sataccha kriya means that we do it. Sataccha, like we never break, like we keep on doing. Like someone starts to meditate 1 hour every day and he doesn't break it. He or she just keep on continuing. So like it is sataccha kriya. Satatang nirantaram. So here completely the entire day he's with mindfulness, right? So how this mindfulness is well established continuously? Anichadi sammasana vasena. Contemplating anicca, dukkha, and anatta. Anichadi, he contemplates anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then what is the contemplation? Upadana khandana. 5 aggregates. How many? 5. 5 aggregates of clinging. Contemplating 5 aggregates of clinging in terms of anicca, dukkha, anatta, and continuously the sati is well established, right? So then we come kaya rammana, kaye gata kaya rammana. Kaye gata kaya rammana. Whatever reality, there is a certain reality which has gone into the body. It means kaya gata. It means kaya rammana, having kaya as the object. Having kaya as the object. Now the problem is where to connect this kaya rammana. Whatever reality, this doesn't refer to the kaya rammana, should not be taken as a kammadharya here. If we take kammadharya, kaya is the object of kaya. Here it seems like a bahubihi samasa, which is in feminine gender. So whatever reality in feminine gender which has the object of object of kaya, right? Kaye gata kaya ramana pancannang upadana khandanang anicchadi vasena satatang nirantarang satacca yoga vasena sati upattita siya. It seems like this sati, when we look in like roughly, we can see this kaya ramana refers to sati. The sati which has object of kaya, right? Then what kind of, how this is upattita, how this is well established, continuously contemplating on anicca and so forth in the 5 aggregates of clinging. 5 aggregates of clinging. So then, okay, now we have to keep in mind there's a one side for question to be asked. If this has the object, sati has the object of kaya, why all the 5 aggregates are under continuation? Because we know 4 of the 5 aggregates are nama. So this sati has kaya ramana. There's something else to be keep in mind. So just leave that question and we'll try to analyze the sentence first. So now kaye gata kaya ramana. Duvidepi kaye gata. Now duvidepi kaye gata. 2 types of kaya. Nama rupa bhedena duvidepi kaye gata. Okay. Now, even though it mentions about kaya ramana, this kaya has been explained. This is not only the body, this is twofold kaya. Because we know sometimes mentalities can also be called kaya. Kaya pasadi, chitta pasadi. In that case, kaya refers to chetasika, right? So likewise, nama kaya and rupa kaya, another 2 types of kaya. So this sati, if we take sati as roughly, sati as kaya ramana, that sati, it has gone into the body. What types of body? Nama kaya and rupa kaya, twofold kaya, right? Then sabbasmimpi kale, all the time, it has the object of kaya, right? But here we say continuously, contemplating continuously. Now here the sati all the time has the object of kaya. So how he makes that all the time is further explained. Ekasmincha ekang divasang, one day, cha kottase kattva, having divided the day into six categories. Like we have 3 in the morning, 3 in the night. Morning, day, evening, and 3 watches at night. So all time 6. Eka divasam cha kottase katva sabbham pismim kale namarupa bhedena duvidepi kaye gata kaya rammana sati upattita siya. Then what is that? What is the function of that sati? Pancannang upadana khandanang anicchadi sammasana vasena satatang nirantarang sataccabi yoga vasena sati upattita siya. So then we'll try to finish the sentence. Yassa aradda vipassakassa, to one of a person who has started vipassana, or to the person who has started vipassana. We know that when normally upattita is referring to dative case. So here, because it's a special verb, we have to say take this as dative. To whom? To him. To whom the sati has. To whom sati would be well established, have occurred, upattita, or occurred, or of whom the sati is well established, to whom sati has been sati has appeared, having well established. So him have divided the one day into 6 groups, and all the time he keeps this sati which has the object of twofold kaya, contemplating 5 upadana khanda in terms of anicca, dukkha, and anatta continuously, without any break. The sati has been established on him. So now these are the two relations, kaya ramana sati. Now in between we have a part which divides. So this is the one which hinders us to take kaya ramana and sati. So for example, if we just omit this part within the brackets, the things will be clear. Yassa aradda vipassakas, to a vipassana practitioner who has started the vipassana after udayabhaya jnana. Eka divasam, one day. Cha kottase kattva, having divided into 6 groups. Sabbasmimpi kale, all the time. nama rupa bhedena duvidepi kaye gata kaya rammana sati upattitasya. So entire time the sati, which has the object of kaya, twofold kaya, is well established or has occurred to him. So now this is the normal sentence. Now in between, this sati has been further explained. Its nature has been further explained. Satacchabi yoga vasena sati kaya rammana sati kaya rammana satacchabi yoga vasena sati upattita. It has the nature, it is involved in, continuously it is involved in. It is involved continuously in what? In contemplation. Vasena anicchādi sammasana vasena satacchabi yoga vasena sati upattitasya. So it is occurring continuously, it is acting continuously, active continuously in terms of contemplation of Panchanam Ara Udāna. Object of this samasana is 5 aggregates of clinging. And this contemplation has occurred. This is a like a adverb, sati upattita, continuously upattita. So this is satacchabi yoga vasena sati upattita. So this adverb should be connected with upattita. And what is the explanation of adverb? What kind of a continuation? Anicchādi sammasana vasena. Anicchādi sammasana vasena satacchabi yoga vasena sati upattita. So then this part actually should be connected, because adverbial clause should be connected to upattita. But sati, there is a connection of this with sati, because that is the sati which has been continuously occurring. So but directly the connection is seen from here to here. So that's why this entire part is connected to what I understand is connected to this upattita. Yeah, and then kaya rammana is directed to sati. So this is how I like to analyze this sentence. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Bhante. And also in that sentence, so, and could you please analyze the word satacchabi yoga vasena, Bhante? It just because so satacchabi yoga vasena, it's sataccha plus abhiyoga plus vasa, right? And then sataccha is basically satata plus ya. So satata plus ya, so it's a tatita. Right? So it's the it's no longer an adjective. It's like a state of constant state of being constant. And then so how should we understand that? And abhiyoga is the observation. So two of them are nouns. So what kind of word is that, Bhante?
Yeah, abhiyoga. Abhiyoga, yoga, can't we use it as connected with this continuous nature, like yoga? Abhiyoga, you mean like what is the definition we get in the dictionary? Abhiyoga?
Abhiyoga is observation, Bhante.
Observation, right? But personally, what I'll check this with my friend also. Personally, I feel this yoga should be connected with like yoga, like 4 types of yoga. Yoga is like which connects us to this sansara, like yoking. So it is yoked with the nature of continuance. So sataccha is a bhava taddhita, right? Sataccha, satatassa bhavu, sataccha.
Yeah.
So this yoga says connected with this. Now then we have to find what is the meaning of abhi. Sometimes abhi can have few meanings based on the context. So personally what I feel is abhiyoga means yoga refers to the connection. It is connected with this continuous nature.
Okay.
What I get the idea, like my gut feeling, I'll check with this and give a definition on this with my friend.
Sure, Bhante.
Because there are some that I got for the last sutta also. I shall explain them. Some two questions that we had about some in the last sutta also. I got some answers from him. His explanation. So I'll let you know about this. I'll ask him to explain.
Okay.
This is what I feel.
Okay, Bhante. Thank you, Bhante.
Okay.
So Bhante, you said
one more thing. Because today I have my grandfather's 12th year ceremony at my mother's place. So I need to stop at Myanmar 10:30. Right?
That means another 5 minutes.
Yeah. Because I need to go to my parents' house for Dana. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, please ask the final question. Yeah.
Okay. So you said this paragraph is talking about after the Udāya Jnana, right?
Because of this part, Aradha Vipassakasa. Yeah.
So how can we say it's start from the Namanupa Paricheda Jnana?
This is a fundamental Pāḷi. If you search this Aradha Vipassaka, right? Aradha Vipassakoti. If you can search this word, right? Aradha Vipassakoti, right? So this person is normally, according to tradition, one who has started after Udāya Jnana, one is called Aradha Vipassaka. That is a fundamental in the Vipassana tradition. Normally, the Namarupa Paricheda, we don't call Aradha Vipassaka. Right? But this is the paragraph, right? Then if you go into the explanation, we have two types of explanation: before sammasana and after sammasana. That is something else. According to this sutta, I think if you have read the sutta, I think maybe you have read the sutta. That's why you find there is before the sammasana and after sammasana. There is a very nice explanation on this. But according to this paragraph, right? When we have the word Aradha Vipassaka, it's a fundamental usage. We normally say this is after Udāya Jnana. That is why I said this is after Udāya, because of this word.
Oh, okay, Bhante, I will read it.
Yeah, please find this. You will find it many places. Aradha Vipassaka means one who has attained. There are two types of Udāya, Taruna and Pāḷi. Taruna and the young and Taruna Udāya. And Pāḷi means Balava. So normally they would say both after Taruna, someone is considered as Aradha Vipassana, who has started the Vipassana. Actually, according to tradition, the real Vipassana starts from Udāya. But it doesn't mean that you don't need the first two stages, 3 stages like Namarupa Paricheda, Pacce Parigga, Sammasana. It's necessary. But the Vipassana, the name Vipassana is real because contemplating on Anicca Dukkha Anatta. In the first 3 stages, like Sammasana is not actually it's not within the 7 Visuddhi also. It's something that we have added based on the suttas. But when we take the first 2 Visuddhi, there is no contemplation of Anicca and Dukkha. Just partial Anatta is there.
Okay, but I think the Aradha Vipassaka maybe refers the Taruna.
Taruna Udāya.
Yeah. Refers Taruna because I saw many places they mention the Taruna.
Yeah. Taruna is the Aradha. Even at the younger stage, as soon as you get the Udāya Jnana, you are considered as Aradha Vipassana.
Okay, thank you, Bhante.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I have to call it a day because the vehicle also has come. So I have to attend my actually my mother's father's 12th anniversary. So they want to offer Dana to monks. So I need to go. Like it takes 1.5 hours to go from here.
Okay, thank you so much, Bhante.
And we'll discuss the sutta and some questions related to the previous sutta also next week on Monday.
Yeah.
Sadhu, Bhante.
Sadhu, Bhante.